Hi guys, blog number 4. Yeah, this blog is about Christian Union Church. Well, I went to the New Fellowship Church. It's called New Community Church. It's a church based around. It's you have to bear with me. I can't think of what the words are. The Pentecostal church. It was alright. I went down to the front of the campus, got a lift with a lot of people, and I know most of them anyway because I saw them on the Christian Union Introduction Day thing, and so nice people. I went down there and it was alright. We sat down. I was extremely nervous because I'd never been into a Pentecostal church before. And it's my first time, but Stephen Ritchie had built me up spiritually to be able to cope with it over a year, and so I was used to Pentecostal and all those kind of churches and their ways and rhythms and things, and so yeah, so we got into church. I was sitting down and talking to a lot of people, which wasn't very easy because I think the neon light was before that, and then my ears were basically nothing. I couldn't hear hardly anything, so I was like, what, or to be more polite, pardon, and yeah, I was like, I can't hear you. And then we stood up and sang some songs. At first I didn't join in because I didn't know any of the lyrics, but the lyrics were on the board, so I was like, and I finally joined in, sing some songs. Basically with their songs they just repeat the same words over and over again, which isn't that good, to repeat words over and over again. Then we got people praying, and then we had some people going, can you imagine being a person new to churches, this kind of church, and then you just hear everyone just speak out, go, it's like sort of alien cult, like Tortured or something, where an alien is interfering with all the humans in the church, and they're just speaking all this alien language. But I knew what it was if they weren't talking in tongues, but to me it sounded like some alien cult. It was like they're all speaking alien language, and it was freaky. It was actually quite scary. It was going, it's really weird and really scary, but it was good. And then we had the pastor, for some reason I call him a pastor, which is completely wrong. It's a pastor, a priest basically. Ouch. He's a person who's not a priest, but a normal person who has been given holy orders or something like that. He's a pastor. A pastor, it's like, sounds like a posh word for pasta, but he's a pastor. Pastor, P-A-S-T-O-R, pastor. Pastor. I'm talking in weird languages. Yeah, so he was talking about new community, and he was talking about uniting all nations. This is like God needs to unite all the nations. We put churches all around the world and we're uniting all nations, but kind of it was boring. Even though it was different and good, it was kind of boring, blabbing on for an hour about uniting nations. So if you're in this church, you need to believe that we unite all nations. Basically, all I can remember from that thing was uniting all nations, because I can't remember anything else because the rest was boring. Like, he said beforehand that he did sermons a couple of weeks ago about the Holy Spirit. That would have been so much more interesting than this uniting of all nations. So that was good. Then after Mass, or the service, because I wouldn't call it a Mass, because there was no communion involved. I thought if you're in a church, you should have communion, because because what's the point of being confirmed into a Pentecostal church if you're not eating the body and blood of Christ? And if people in those churches follow the Bible, then they should. You don't have to do. Oh, I don't know. Right, after the service, we all went out to the pub. And we went to a pub in Sikkup called there's something in Groom, Horse and Groom or something like that, I can't remember. And then we all had a pub lunch, which was really nice because we were sitting with the churchy people, and we're talking to someone who looked like Jeffrey from Rainbow. I shouldn't have said that. But oh shit. Sorry. I'm just worrying if people watch this, they're going to know who I mean. So we went for pub lunch. It was like the most cheapest pub lunch I've ever been to because it was so cheap there. I don't know whether it was because we're in London or whether, I don't know. Maybe it's cheaper in a town. It was kind of like a country pub in the middle of town. Quite weird. So that was a nice bonding exercise, bonding with people. Then we all went to the Avery Hill Park, which is it splits the two campuses. I'm on one campus at the moment, the Bolton campus, which has got the accommodation and nursing facilities. And there's another site at the top. It's a big park that spreads in between. There's a top site. That's where I do all my lectures up there. And we sat in the park and we played frisbee for a bit. And then we kind of stopped. Everyone went off to their little groups and just left me sitting there doing nothing. And I was kind of thinking, these people are meant to be Christian, they're meant to be nice, yet they're not talking to me, which I thought was quite bad, and so that wasn't that good. But finally I got up and went. So it was a good day, but ended quite badly with no one talking to me. And it was good, and I enjoyed it, and I would definitely go back again. I'd definitely go back again. But I'm going home this weekend, so I can't go this weekend. But I might go whenever I'm not going back home. So I'll see you next time, somewhere beyond the rainbow.